Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Gunslinger Spawn issue number 6 by Todd McFarlane and Brett Booth by Image Comics. We're going to dive right in. So Spawn and Clown arrives somewhere on an island, and it seems that the Clown has seized this part of the island for himself. It's some kind of a cloaking device, so nobody knows where he is. But the Clown tells Gunslinger Spawn that he needs to move aside because his minions and, well, his alter ego Violator is coming through. And like a good puppies, they are returning to their cages. And even, Violator himself, just like King Kong, willingly lets himself change. And the Clown says that my pets needs to be properly leashed when they are not used. Okay, cool. And then he decides that he and Spawn needs to have a chat. Okay, so I thought to myself, oh no, more talking. But I don't mind this particular part. I'm going to show you why. And he says, I have servants prepare the courtyard for us. And please, tells me you're not vegetarian. He says, Clown, I don't know even what that means. No, because he's coming from the past. Vegetarians doesn't exist there. Well, probably they do, but vegetarians is a modern thing. So because their new friendship, they're gonna have a, as you can see here, all-you-can-eat buffet. And so the Clown pours him some wine, and he says, "Hey, no. I'm more of a whiskey man." Okay, well. So he's going to drink some whiskey, and they have a talk about, well, mostly Clown, about his past, victories, and about that he killed Spawns, and his basically more or less his plans. And so later in the evening, they are a little bit drunk, and Clown says, "Well, I don't want to have more." Whiskey, I have a new body, and my body needs to adjust to all this alcohol. But Gunslinger Spawn says, no. I insist you lift your glass. Don't let your new partner drink alone. So here's to your genius and all your kind have done. Okay. Basically, there are, I think, well, I don't know for sure. Gunslinger Spawn wants to goad him into drinking more. And Clown reveals a little bit more about his plan. He talks again about the like I'm asking myself in every comic about the dead zones, and that only Spawn can open it up. And I refuse to look it up what those fucking dead zones are, because I don't want to look on Google. I don't want to go to a regular Spawn or to other comics Scorch, when the group of Spawns fighting together. I don't want to do that. Why? Because I only want to buy this comic. And I think, in my opinion, the comic should tell me, as a new reader, for this particular series, what our dead zones are. Just give me a ball of text here, or maybe a small text with dead zones are this, and that. I'm happy with that. But don't throw all these words towards the reader and expect them to figure it out for themselves. Or, well, maybe you should buy regular Spawn or Scorched or other Spawn titles to figure it out what dead zones are. No, I don't want to do that. No, I refuse to do that. So he says that Gunslinger Spawn, does that mean Spawn has all the power if he's the only one who can open the dead zones? For now, yes. But when we spring our trap over him and I take over, it'll be glorious. Nothing can stop me, he says. Well, unless I kill you first. And but before that, he says that he, wants to be king of hell or something, wants to rule hell, sitting on the throne, etc. So he changes his behavior, his facial expressions, because what Spawn says. And then he says, I'm kidding. And he says, oh man, I fell for your for your, well, not really a trap, but he fell for it. So one of his servants comes and he has a cake and they want to celebrate more and drink more. And then he's drunk and he says, I must admit it's tempting, but now that you told me how I can get home, and then he betrays him. Well, duh, it's not really a surprise. He says, I don't give a shit what you want. Now, don't give me that look. I learned long ago, trust no one, especially your kind. You think I'm a fool the moment I help you open the gates to hell. I'm a dead man. I know you never share your powers, and I'm not going to get used like one of your damn pets. And then he attacks him, pushes his knife into his head. But somehow the clown shrugs it off. Yeah, he has some pain, he is surprised, but yeah, he's now way, way, way more stronger. And but before that, Spawn asks the clown, before you pass out, this time rip, how does it work? Does it go in a straight line or can I jump around? So clown fights back. And then more gods coming in, and he says, no, this is my fight, and I'm gonna put him to hell or something like that. So he's doing this particular bit like in a certain comic, you know, like Bane and Batman breaking his back. And this is one way more visceral. And he is gloating, haha, you are the weakest Spawn, he says, well, something like that. But here's Spawn behind him, gloating towards, well, that's not how it works. But he said, basically it was an illusion, and it was one of his minions, his guards. So a little magic and some boost, that's it. That's all it takes to put you off your game. How the hell does hell know how pathetic you've become? So he uses his powers, and I didn't know he can do magic stuff like that. But I think that's cool because although this is quote unquote the weakest Spawn, he's the most cunning, and he uses his powers in different way that helps him along, and can win battles. I like that. I like not overpowered heroes, because overpowered heroes can be very boring. Depends how you write them. And so he says to the clown, well, you cannot win in this state, especially when you're drunk. And but then he sends his goons, his minions towards Spawn, overwhelming him. But then this happens. So it seems that Gunslinger Spawn can control animals, because these creatures are lowlives, has little intelligence, and he can control them, which surprised me, because in the last issue, which was really not really a good but mostly boring issue, those creatures attacked Gunslinger Spawn, ripping him to pieces, but then he didn't do anything. And it doesn't reveal here that it was some grand master plan, that he just went along with it, and now that he is in his lair, he can use that power somehow. No, it feels like lazy writing to me, because in the other issue you can control it, but you didn't, which is weird. Okay, so he uses his powers to use the minions on Clown, as you can see here, ripping him also to pieces, although that's probably not what's going to happen. He says, the next time you think about coming in my direction, remind yourself of something. Wild animals and whatever monsters you throw at my way, they obey me, not you. Okay, I like that, but like I said previously, you did that in the last issue. I don't know, man, it just feels a little bit weird. So he goes away now that he knows what the plan of the clown is, and he's going to tell Simmons, Al Simmons, the real Spawn, about the plan of the clown. And then he goes to Violator, and he has a message for him. So he cars Amy at his flesh, because I believe that is his sister, and he hates this creature's guts along with the clown. And that brings us to the end of the video. So yeah, cool revelation. Revealing the plan. Well, it's not really a plan. I mean, he boasts a lot in other comics what his plan along is. I mean, I'm talking about the clown. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just this comic needs more revelations, and mean visual, not sitting here and talking and throw some your weight around and then has a small battle and then talking more and more. And no, there has to be some more grand design revelation instead of, hey, I want to be king of hell and I wanted to trick Spawn and I'm gonna kill him. You know, it's not really a big reveal. It's out there. I mean, that's what clowns do, right? To Spawns, kill them. Okay. Anyway, I'm not sure. I have issue 10 now here. I'm missing some issues, so I'm gonna, getting after those. I will see if it's after 10 not really improving with the writing. I'm gonna quit because I like the art. The only big flaw of Brad Booth's art is it's way too close up every time. He doesn't do grand visuals. Vistas and backgrounds. It's more very close up. The saving grace is that his art is really, really good. And that's the only reason that I'm, still picking up this book. So we'll see what happens in the future. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked the video. Give me a like, subscribe to my channel and all that jazz. See you next time. Bye-bye.